I mean, for real, Pap could body double for Clarissa.
What up, everybody? It's your girl, Drea. Oh, and as you know, I'm everywhere you go. Now, I'm on my way to the gym, but I wanted to quickly hop up on here and talk to you guys. Because while I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I was just flipping through YouTube lives, and I randomly landed on Jaguar Wright's page, and she was on live. I never caught her live before. It was raining, beautiful ambiance. So I'm laying in my bed, having a good old time just in her chat, talking to her back and forth, right? And all of a sudden, she just starts going off about Claressa Shields.
I mean, for real, Pap could body double for Clarissa. Y'all act like I'm playing. She's a very handsome girl.
Now, if you're not familiar with who Claressa Shields is, she's a boxer.
I'm in a training camp getting ready for the fights, right? And they got me there with Holly Holm. First of all, Holly is an OG.
You training with Holly?
And Johnny Bones. Holly Holm is an OG. She come in there, we got the gloves on. This is the big boxing day. But you can still do takedowns and stuff, but mostly you're supposed to be standing up. I'm talking about, I'm giving Holly the hands. The big rights. Ooh, boom, 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 I'm facing her up. Right. Man, she threw a kick, man. Cut my nose.
And she's actually dating Papoose right now. And Papoose is in this nasty divorce battle with Remy Ma. And it got really nasty last week. And Claressa Shields got thrown into it as well. So according to Jaguar Wright, she knows Clarissa very well. So mind you, this is 5 o'clock in the morning, random, and she just starts going off. So yeah, I don't got nothing to do with it. I was just on live asking questions. I actually kicked off the whole entire conversation. If you read in the comments, that's me in my bed in my covers just texting the chat and asking her questions, and she was answering.
I think I should welcome her properly. You know, I find it interesting that all of these girls who are in all of these online beefs all got either a project coming out or threatening to put a project out. It's wild. It's like they're taking all of this weirdo gossip and, you know, they're doing it for clout. There is no Diddy tolerance. This is a no Diddy zone. So anybody that says anything that's pro Diddy, yeah. Bye. Yeah, we don't give no fucks about the diddler. Landmark worldwide indeed. Now, what did Clarissa do? She decided to become a part of a farce that is destroying what Black family looks like. Like, the simple fact that she thinks any of the stuff that she's doing, going back and forth with Remy, when Pap is still married and they have a small child, and now she talking about she want to have babies. Why? Why does somebody as punch drunk as you want to have a kid so you can be around more people that are smarter than you? Like, it's just no. I'll never forget, I was sitting with one of your fans and they was talking about you and bragging about you and how strong you are and how you can do anything and how quick you are and fast you are. And then I pulled up that TV show with The Rock that happened during the pandemic where you look like a whole bum. And you was 4 months off a fight. You should have still had at least enough stamina to be able to do an obstacle course. And a white girl beat you there too. And the Black girl. You ain't nothing what you say you are. You just as big a fraud as Jasmine Crockett, who ain't on the Hill no more, even though she's still pretending she's in politics. But the second that Trump was about to come in and they started looking at all of your real estate purchases, they realized you been getting paid a little bit something and you had to quit. But still pump faking like you in politics on social media? Plants. So that's what we're going to do, Clarissa. We're going to give you a credible conversation to talk about. We could use 200 likes before we go. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to do the Clarissa pod tonight or if I'm going to do it in the morning. I might want to read up a little bit more, though, on that fighter that she ran from and is still running from. White girl, you plant. You ain't nothing but a plant. And I'm going to prove it. And that's why you're with Pap. Because he's a plant. I'm about to bust you open. See, I figure I'm going to give you something relevant to go back and forth about so you can mind your business and stay out of this family that's being ripped to shreds by the media for that little girl to see. I'm not doing it for them. I'm not even doing it for their fake black love campaign. I'm doing it for real black love. Because our people should not be this invested in seeing the desecration of black families. So since you want to use it for clout, little plant, greatest plant of all time, I'm not calling you no goat. You the goat. The greatest plant of all time. Probably not even that. Let's give you something relevant to talk about. I think I know what she's afraid of. And I'm about to expose it on the pods. Yeah. See, the problem with these people is they get in this space and they think that because lies work for everybody else, that they can work for them too, and they can be all that they can be in the YouTube army. Unfortunately, I'm clocked in. And I'm about to clock your tea, Clarissa. Because you're a fraud. You're a 30-year-old fraud. And I know. I've been talking to some people in the boxing world. You know, the world that you're supposed to care about? The world that made you relevant to know in the first place? You got a fight coming up. Handpicked. Funny. It's not the fight you should be fighting, is it? There's a rematch you've been running from for years. You want to call yourself the greatest woman of all time, but yet you're afraid to fight somebody that beat you before? That woman's been following you all over the place, trying to get a rematch out of you ever since you glowed up. The fact that you don't know how to dress, I'm not going to be talking about how masculine you are and how manly you look. I'm not going to be talking about how a mess you are for sitting there and encouraging the desecration of a black family, pretending like you something special. See, it would be one thing if all of this was happening off social media. But what it's really looking like is that they're trying to recreate Love and Hip Hop on social media and get y'all to buy into it because ain't nobody watching it on TV no more. And the simple fact that you decided to jump in this, you know, that just makes you fair game on social media. So, yeah, she ducking hands. She ducking white girl and girl got hands. I mean, they had a decision fight. I wonder if that decision was accurate. Or did somebody get paid? I don't know, allegedly. I don't know. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly why Pap likes her. Easy to control. We gonna see how much people like your next fight when I tell them about the one you ducking. And been ducking. You must be afraid. See, I know fighters, male and female. I know the real ones from the fake ones. You got a fighting record of 16-0 with 3 decisions. Just 16. How do you become the greatest anything with only 16 fights? You need at least 25 to be credible, in my opinion, especially as a woman. Shit. Mike Tyson's girl fighter, the coal miner's daughter, she had a card by the time she was your age. It's like you trying to space it all out. And all you fighter bums. It don't make you the greatest anything. It makes you the tallest midget in the room. You bum. I'm fine, and I'm this, and I'm rich, and I'm that. You're a plant. And the second that they're done with you, you'll go back to Flint, Michigan, poor as shit, walking barefoot in the streets. And I put that on your mama and mine. Oh yeah, we cooking with grease. Why I do it like that? Because she should have more respect for black family. She should have kept this shit offline. And if they was gonna get into it, she should have stayed out of it. Just said she was praying for the family. It was a complicated situation. She fell in love with a man who was moving on, and she's wishing that everybody is okay. There was a lot of ways she could have handled this, but she got into the soup. And when you get into the soup, don't start crying when you end up burnt up at the bottom of the pot. She should have minded her fucking business. Period. I mean, for real, Pap could body double for Clarissa. Y'all act like I'm playing. She's a very handsome girl. And y'all know it. Very handsome. Very... Yo, I bet you they could wear the same clothes. Yo, I wonder if they'll ever do a TikTok like Jennifer Lopez did when she was punking out A-Rod, and they was wearing clothes, and then he put on her dress and she put on his clothes, and he's sitting there with his nutsack all squished in, trying to hold it in her dress. Yo, I want to see Pap and Clarissa do that. They about the same size. They can wear the same clothes.